Mohammed Kudus in the West Ham United, the guy performance is good, absolutely everything is tactically in order. Going to Barcelona or going to Real Madrid is a mistake. Mohammed Kudus can play in Man United, Mohammed Kudus can play in Arsenal, Mohammed Kudus can play in Liverpool, Mohammed Kudus can play in AC Milan, and the guy performance is going to be very good if he finds himself in one of these clubs. A legend from the Liverpool, John Barnes, stated clearly that Mohammed Kudus can play in the top 5 Europe clubs in the world. Yeah, that is so crazy.
Therefore, you talk about him, and I give this advice to a lot of young players. I use myself as an example, and when I played, you had to show a level of consistency over a period of time before you were transferred. Because of course, when you're transferred, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. And unless you're able to handle that pressure, or you're able to show that you can do this for a long period of time, not just 5 or 6 matches, I advise every player to learn their trade, to be disciplined, to be humble, to stay at their club for a long period of time to show that they can do that. But football is different now anyway, so it's changed. And we see that all the time where a footballer has one good season and he gets transferred. So I know he has the potential, but you've got Ghanaian players from a way back as Abedi Pele. I remember I played against Abedi Pele when I was at Liverpool in 1987.
What are these 5 clubs that we are talking about here? And these clubs are craving so much into signing Kudus once his contract expires in the West Ham United. But I think West Ham is going to renew Kudus. The guy is brilliant. Now, don't forget the video, because there is this one team that I think that if Mohammed Kudus finds himself in this team, his career is gonna end down. Yeah, so I do not recommend. We look at the Ghanaian star Mohammed Kudus. The guy is actually a star, and due to that, many teams, many clubs are craving for this guy once his contract expires in West Ham United. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, before we go down, let's look at some brief interviews and some short videos of Mohammed Kudus doing so well, and that will actually make you feel happy. But then, what do you like about Mohammed Kudus? Let's proceed to watch that.
Kudus, congratulations, a tough game. But if you could give this particular award to one of your teammates, who would it be and why?
I think I'll give it to everyone. I think the whole 11 players on the pitch and the guys on the bench, everyone played a part. So I think it's a collective trophy. I think everyone played their part today for us to win the game today.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Mohammed Kudus Next Club that he is going to be playing with is what we are going to outline here for you. Because of the guy exceptional performance in the West Ham United, who was recently signed from the Ajax of 38 million euros. The guy is doing so well in West Ham United, and due to that, his performance goes viral worldwide and is crazy, mind-blowing to everyone. And due to that, these teams are craving seriously to sign Mohammed Kudus once his contract expires in West Ham United. But I believe that there is no way West Ham United is going to allow Kudus to go out once his contract expires. I think they are planning of also renewing Mohammed Kudus' contract once it expires in the West Ham United. However, it is in addition of the player to decide what are these top 5 Europa clubs that John Barnes is referring to Kudus can extremely perform well in this club. Let me list these teams where Mohammed Kudus can play. Mohammed Kudus can play in Man United, Mohammed Kudus can play in Arsenal, Mohammed Kudus can play in Liverpool, Mohammed Kudus can play in AC Milan, and the guy performance is going to be very good if he finds himself in one of these clubs. But these are the teams that I never recommend Mohammed Kudus to go there. I believe though they are the top clubs that we know of, but Mohammed Kudus going there is not an option. Because let's say a team like Manchester City, nah, it's not an option. A team like Real Madrid, it's not an option. A team like Barcelona, it's not an option. And these teams is what I am much particular in. Chelsea is not an option. What a point of view. If you look at the performance of the Ghanaian star Mohammed Kudus, is absolutely crazy, and the guy is doing so well. Considering these 5 top Europa leagues, Mohammed Kudus can play. Yeah, so now when you go to Premier League, we are talking about Manchester City. Do you think Mohammed Kudus can play and do well in Manchester City? Yeah, I believe sometimes the environment you find yourself defines your performance. Because when you look at where Mohammed Kudus is, West Ham United, the guy is doing so well at the moment. But I think sending the guy to Manchester City, or Manchester City signing him after his contract expires in West Ham United, might change the guy tactics. Most recommendations about Mohammed Kudus is that the guy is so energetic. The energy is there. Ghanaian, and you are talking about what? The power belongs to us. You get it right. When you go to La Liga, we are talking about Barcelona. But I don't recommend Barcelona for Mohammed Kudus to go and play there. However, I do not also recommend Real Madrid, because these two clubs can absolutely change damage to Mohammed Kudus' career. Because ask me why. You see, most times when you look at the configuration of the clubs, you can be able to tell if this player finds himself in this club, whether he can do well or he cannot do well. But looking at the moment, Mohammed Kudus in the West Ham United, the guy performance is good. Absolutely everything is tactically in order. Going to Barcelona or going to Real Madrid is a mistake. I don't support that. Sometimes where you play or the teammates you find yourself can absolutely make you a star of who you want to become to. I believe one man does not play in the whole team, but you know, the tactics and you know, the technical performance of all other players contribute to making one player a star. Mohammed Kudus going to Chelsea, oh, I do not recommend that. I do not recommend that. Sometimes it's not about a big club, it's not about where the team have gotten to, but sometimes when you look at the configuration of the club, you can determine that no, a technical player of this kind can really do well in this type of club. Let me give you the reason why I think that Mohammed Kudus can play in Liverpool. Yeah, the reason I'm saying Mohammed Kudus can perform in Liverpool is that sometimes when you look at the configuration of the club, you can be able to determine whether a star or a good tactical guy like this can perform in this club. But when you compare Liverpool to Real Madrid, Mohammed Kudus going to Real Madrid, we have Vinicius Jr. at the wing, we have Rodrigo at the wing, and we have the guys on the midfield. You get that right? So bringing Mohammed Kudus to Real Madrid, where are you going to play Mohammed Kudus? That is the reason why I'm saying that Mohammed Kudus going to Real Madrid is not an option. That is not a good idea. Liverpool might be a better option. The reason why Mohammed Kudus can also play in Arsenal is that when you go to Arsenal, yes, Mohammed Kudus can actually do well with Thomas Partey. Comparing Arsenal and then Manchester City, the reason why I am saying that Mohammed Kudus can do well in Arsenal than Manchester City is that because if Mohammed Kudus goes to Manchester City, his career is gonna spoil. So now let me give you the reason. Mohammed Kudus finding himself in Arsenal playing midfield is a good technical play which can align their performance. When you go to Liverpool, Liverpool is a team that Mohammed Kudus can absolutely perform so well because Liverpool is actually also doing well. When you look at the midfield aspect of the Liverpool, Mohammed Kudus playing there is absolutely, and Mohammed Kudus, one thing I like so much about him is that the guy is playing almost two positions. I'm saying almost two positions because he played midfielding and then forwarding. Because the moment there is ball, the guy can actually play forward at that instant, and the guy playing midfield. Kudus is having a good technical ability, and I think his performance is absolutely good. Comparing to Manchester City, when you go to Manchester City, the midfield is very strong, the defense is very strong, and everyone is fixed. So Mohammed Kudus going to Manchester City, the question is, who is going to sit down and Mohammed Kudus gonna play? So Mohammed Kudus going to Manchester City definitely is gonna ruin his career. Mohammed Kudus in an interview stated that the moment Lucas Paqueta gets the ball, he have to run to the wing because Paqueta will find, because he have a good passing ability. So you see, sometimes the teammates that you're gonna play with in a team will determine your performance. So once Paqueta gets the ball and Kudus run, assist, and then Kudus can be able to score. That increases your performance ability. So Mohammed Kudus playing in the Arsenal with Thomas Partey is a good alignment. I believe the guy can also do well. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like my video. Any update and filler out there, we're gonna bring it to you. And turn on the notification bell so that once any update is in, you'll be the first person to get.